The film begins with a scene with Jo. The girl works as a bartender. Her boyfriend Mark Setter has a meeting with Ernie Dux and Larry. Ernie Dux hands something to Mark. Mark works as an assistant to prosecutor Sheldon Roberts. At the moment, Mark is pursuing a case against a large industrial company Delicano, which pollutes the environment. It turns out that Mark is married. His wife's name is Sharon. After a date with Jo, Mark calls Sharon. An unidentified car starts to follow him. Connection is cutting off. Some time later, Detective Carmen Traxler informs Sharon that Mark died in a car accident. The detective is sure that it was a murder related to Mark's professional activities. Jo visits her mother in the hospital. The girl learns about the death of Mark. She then watches his funeral from afar. Words of support for Sharon are expressed by prosecutor Sheldon Roberts and his wife Lisa, as well as Mark's friend and colleague Larry. Louis Trent and his son Sonny break into Larry's house. They are hired by rich people when problems need to be solved. The one who killed Mark took something from him, and now he is trying to blackmail Louis' employers. Larry, who has always had feelings for Sharon, does not want mercenaries to come to her house. He starts talking. Dux was Mark's informant. At the cemetery, Sharon meets Jo, who says she knew Mark. Jo talks about the meeting between Mark and Dux. From Dux's girlfriend Wendy, they manage to find out his location. The girls tell the detective the information, but they themselves go to Dux in Jo's car so as not to waste time. The lock is broken in Dux's house. Sharon and Jo find his body, and also see Louis and Sonny running away. Sharon discovers that the door of her house is broken. Jo offers Sharon to stay with her for a while. From her ex-boyfriend, Jo has some of his toys, such as small grenades and wiretapping devices. At Jo's house, Sharon sees pictures of her with Mark. Without saying a word, a frustrated Sharon flees. In the morning, Jo comes to Sharon. Sharon does not want to communicate with her, but Jo sees a photo with Larry. She says that Larry was also at the meeting between Mark and Dux. On Mark's work computer, the girls find a video that shows that Lisa is friends with the wife of the head of company Delicano. Larry tells the girls that Dux sold Mark a flash drive with a compromise on Delicano. After Mark's death, the flash drive was stolen. Now, with the help of this flash drive, Delicano is being blackmailed. In the parking lot, Sharon sees Louis and Sonny. With Jo's help, she manages to escape. The detective was also on video with Delicano. Continuing their investigation, Jo and Sharon come to Lisa's house. Jo leaves a wiretapping device in Sheldon's office under the table. While the girls are listening in on Lisa and Sheldon's conversation, the detective arrives. The detective answers the girls' questions that they often act as security guards at the events of rich people. Louis gets Sharon's phone number, calls her and gives her an address to meet. He claims that Larry is his hostage. Without saying anything to Joe, Sharon arrives at the indicated place somewhere outside the city. Louis meets the girl. In the meantime, Larry eliminates Sunny and then Louis himself. The man claims that Louis and Sunny wanted to sell the flash drive to their employee Sheldon. According to Larry, Sheldon secretly cooperates with Delicano. Larry offers Sharon to take millions from Sheldon and live richly with him. The prosecutor demands the flash drive, and Larry demands money in return. Surviving Louis wounds Larry. Larry, who stole the flash drive, agreed to share the money with Louis, but betrayed him. It was Larry who killed Mark and Dax. When Louis came to Dax, he was already dead. Suddenly, Joe appears with a grenade. The girls knock out Larry and Louis. The detective team arrives. Larry confessed to everything. He is arrested. The detective thanks the girls for their help. Delicano's violations against nature are made public. The girls became friends.